Welcome to my 5th video in the Manager mini-series brought to you by myself, Grip Coaching. In this 5th video, I'm going to be talking about the skill of leading meetings. So as a manager, it's highly likely that as a position of authority, you are going to have the responsibility of leading meetings, whether that's be meetings that you've been allocated to lead, so part of a delegation, or whether it's actually a meeting you choose to lead in order to drive progress, anything forward in projects or objectives you have. Also, it's highly likely that as a manager, you're going to be leading team meetings. So this video is talking about skills, ideas and thoughts that can help in all areas of leading meetings. At the end of the day, if you're leading a meeting, you are both the chair, I say both, that's two. There are 3 parts to your responsibility. You're a chair, you're a facilitator, and you're there to manage and control. So step 1 about leading meetings is give people notice wherever this is possible. There are always going to be last minute meetings that need to be put in the diary, but wherever you can, manage people's expectations, support them to be there, ensure that they're clear on the priority of the meeting and give them the time. So give notice and share really clear specific details. So how long is the meeting going to be? Where is it going to be held? Or is it going to be a virtual meeting? At what time? And if it is a virtual meeting, give the details for the dial-in. If it's a physical meeting, be clear about the location of it, whether that be an address or even the meeting room number, etc. But be really clear about those details. Be clear about setting the agenda for the meeting. I worked in an organisation that was very adamant that if the meeting that you had been invited to had no clear agenda and no obvious purpose, that actually you had permission to not attend. At the end of the day, time is money. It's valuable, and so many of us waste so much of our time and are unproductive because we attend pointless meetings or meetings that we're never really clear about as to why we're there. So often I've had conversations with people about prioritising their time, and it's come down to the fact that they just attend every meeting that they're invited to, but the majority of the time they have no idea why they're there. So as a meeting lead, if you really want the right people there and you want their full attention engagement and you want to have a productive meeting, be really helpful to them and set the clear agenda. That will also help you to manage the meeting itself when it comes to it. Be really clear about the outcome of the meeting. What do you want to achieve by the end? That's helpful to set out clearly before people attend the meeting so they know what the purpose is and everyone's pulling in the right direction. It will produce a much more effective meeting overall. It will also help you to hold yourself and others to account during the meeting itself. Assign a note taker for your meeting. If you're the chair, the facilitator, the manager, you can't take notes at the same time. So assign a note taker who can help you in the meeting, who can do all of that admin. When the meeting has started, be clear on your timings and really hold people to those timings. At the end of the day, if the meeting is going off in a different direction, away from the outcome that you've set, away from the agenda that you've stipulated, you have every right to bring people back to both of those things, to get people back on track and to manage the time. That's the beauty of having both of those things up front before you've even started. As a facilitator, you're there to involve and include everybody who has joined. You are always going to have those characters who are there in the meeting who are confident to share, confident to speak, but may sometimes cross over into being dominating, a bit over the top. And it will miss the many great contributors that are there in the room with you, who potentially are quiet and whose style is more reflective, who may want to sit and listen and digest. So really be clear about your role as a facilitator to involve and include everybody's thoughts. As you come to the end of the meeting, summarise the key points. Be clear to stipulate and confirm what's been said and summarise so that everyone has the opportunity to digest that. And if they want to correct anything they may have shared or may even have heard and want to ask some questions, they have the chance to do that. Be aware of conflicts, they may appear, and be clear about how you manage those. So create a space where everyone has the opportunity to share, they're able to share their opinions and ideas, and it's not about being wrong or right. When those conflicts arise, just be conscious about enabling both parties to speak, ensure that you're supporting both parties to also listen and to help them with their self-awareness if potentially it is crossing over into unhelpful behaviour. Assign action owners right at the end of the meeting. Get the note taker to review actually everything that's been said, highlight the actions and then assign those actions to owners so you get real progress and action from the meeting. When the meeting's finished, make sure that the notes are sent out to every attendee, and then follow up any actions with those who've taken those away. So really hold people to account to those. That will ensure that actually the meeting has been worthwhile and that it wasn't a waste of time and that you get what you wanted from it. For more resources and similar videos, or to pick up on any of the Manager mini-series, if you haven't managed to watch the earlier videos I've shared, you can go to gripcoaching.co.uk.